Hi everyone. So I am going to, remember we took out the carrots out of the GreenStalk, so I topped up the empty pockets, and these are those little peas that I was talking about. They're called these Tom Thumb peas, and they're quite small. I said in my last video to 6 to 8 inches, but they're 8 to 12 inches tall. This is the best dwarf shell pea for container gardening. Yay, so flower pots. Or, you know, the pots that you put on top of your railing, planter box? This would be good for a planter box, and it would look so pretty too, and it's edible. So kids love growing this plant, it says. Heirloom dating back to the mid 1800s. How cool is that? History lesson for the kids. Kids love planting stuff. This is a great activity for kids. They can take care of it, they can tend it, they can plant it, they can water it, and they can see how food grows and how long it takes for your food to grow. They get a better appreciation for where their food comes from and how much effort it takes for the food on their plate. So maybe they'll think twice about saying no to those veggies. So this here says direct seed once the soil is workable, which we're in summer, it's workable, the ground's not frozen. And it can be planted as early as late March. Perfect for early spring gardeners, or to start indoors in a 20 centimeter pot to get a crop on your windowsill. So if you have a window, you can grow peas this winter. It says no need for thinning pea plants like you would carrots, because remember my carrot videos, you have to spread them apart or you won't get a carrot. You'll get like this weird shapy one, or you'll get really tiny ones and they never turn into anything. So they need the space to grow. But pea plants here, it says no need for thinning because pea plants like to be crowded. So sow 2 seeds per 20 centimeter pot. Container friendly and compact. I absolutely love these. So because this is an heirloom variety and it's not a hybrid, you can actually save seeds for next year. So what I plan to do is a couple of the pods on the plant, I'm going to let them till they dry out and they turn yellow, because then I can use those peas to plant for next year. And I'll show you when that happens. So we're going to do this. I also, from Mackenzie, I also want to, this one says it germinates in 3 to 7 days, and that is true. 3 days later, I could see them poking out of the pot. And this one here is called Bean Baby Gourmet. It's in French because I kind of ripped out the description, but I will insert it here so you can see, or I'll voice over. It says 6 to 14 days for germination. 1 inch seed depth, 4 inch spacing between seeds, and direct plant directly into the garden. I'll get you some more information for these. I don't know how tall they grow, but I'm assuming they're small because it says baby. We'll find out. We'll find out together, friends. Okay. I want to plant more of these peas because snacking peas are so delicious. You go in the garden or you go in your windowsill, you pluck a pod, you crunch them, or you can even take eat the peas out from inside if you don't like the shell. And so delicious. You can put them in your salads, you can stir fry them, mix them into your pasta, whatever. Delicious though, delicious and super fun to do. So I'm gonna take I'm gonna put 2 in, just because in case one doesn't germinate. I think they will though, because when I put 2 in my other one, they both germinated. So I'm gonna just do 1 in the center right there, and I'm gonna pop it in, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of soil on top, because I kind of, these pots are a little empty. There we go. And then I'm gonna give these a water. See? Both of them germinated, so that's why I only put 1 in that other pot. I'm not gonna pull the other one because I know it says 1. I'm gonna leave 2 and see what happens. I'm just gonna use up the whole pack. You see how this one is broken? Don't plant that because it won't grow because it's broken. Pop those in. I know I said 1, but I want to use these up. Maybe I'll do 1 there. Do 1 there. Do 2 here. Do 2 here. So this whole shelf has peas. Now I got a few more. I'm going to put them in this pot. I'm going to put them in there. There are zucchini seeds in here, but nothing's popped out. So I'm not waiting any longer. I'm just putting the peas in. Oops. I lost the bean. There's a hole in the bottom of that package. Alrighty. I'm going to put it in between the space there. And I'll put 2 in the middle. I don't know what happened to those zucchini seeds. I don't know. Anyway, they got beans and peas in its place. Maybe a squirrel dug them up and ate them. That happens sometimes. The squirrels will eat your seeds. Okay, they're all tucked into their bag, guys. Oh my gosh, I lost a ton of beans. There's a hole on the bottom of this packet. So I'm going to keep this because when I save the seed pod, I could put the peas in here for next year. So I think I got them all. They fell out of the bottom of the pack. So once you grow crops, if you save the seeds for your crops, you can have food forever. So you only really need to, there goes another one. You only need to buy it one time and it keeps on giving. Oh, there's a hole in the bottom of this package. They're falling all over the place. So once you save seeds, you only really need to buy a seed pack one time. So when you think of the cost effectiveness of this, let's see how much this was. Trying to do this without spilling them everywhere. So this pack of seeds was originally $2.49, and I've been growing these beans. So far, this is my third season with this one. So technically, $2.49 is essentially going to give me a lifetime of food. Isn't that awesome? So I'm just going to put these in the bottom. I think I'm going to do 2 per pocket, just to make sure something germinates out of it. So you're thinking, why am I planting? It is August already, September, the kids go back to school. Everybody kind of thinks when the kids go back to school this year, it's September 2nd. The summer's over. Well, the gardening season isn't over. There's essentially 3 seasons for gardening, depending where you live. But where I live, 3 seasons. So you have your spring season to grow food, your summer season to grow for your heat-loving crops, and you have your fall season, again, for those cold-loving, cooler-loving plants. So it's a great time. So it's still July. It's the end of July. So I have all of August, all of September, and I have halfway through October. So this matures in, did I pull it off? I think I pulled it off. This matures in, I'm going to look it up, but usually beans are fast maturing. So they will mature before my frost comes. So I will get a harvest of green beans before the frost.